like with kids that have G-tubes or kids that have trachs, you may have to give medication through the G-tube. You may have to give nebulizer treatments. You deal with, emergencies, kids having seizures.
Yeah.
Every day is different. I may think when I walk into work, okay, this is what I'm going to do today.
Yeah.
This, and this. And I walk in and it's completely different, than what I thought it was going to be. So, and a lot of kids who have problems like at home or, they may come from a home where there's abuse, or they may come from, their parents are splitting up, or maybe they're being bullied, or all kinds of things. And a lot of those kids go to the health office, complaining of having a stomach ache or a headache, or, because maybe they didn't eat breakfast in the morning, okay?
Yeah.
Or maybe they're homeless,
Yeah.
So sometimes they're looking for, somebody that's warm and fuzzy and, good to them.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
So there's lots of reasons. Yesterday I was at a school where a student cut off his finger.
Really?
Well,
school?
not the whole finger,
Yeah.
but the top of the finger.
Yeah.
And those are hard things to stop from bleeding.
Yeah.
I mean, they bleed a
Oh my
lot.
God.
Head injuries bleed a lot.
Yeah.
There's just blood going all over the place. So and you may deal with kids, because you get into the higher grades, and you may deal with suicide. You may deal with a lot more depression, pregnancies.
Yeah.
You may deal with fights, kids getting beat up. So you may deal with, I know one nurse this last year at another school, someone was hit by a car and seriously injured. And she was the first person there.
Yeah.
So your day can bring anything and everything. You may have a student that has a seizure in a pool and starts to drown.
Yeah.
Or you may have a child who starts to have or has a cardiac problem and dies from it. We've had that happen at our school sites. So you may have to do CPR for someone.
And under emergencies, do you ever, blank out or anything, or just do you remember?
No, one of the things that, and in fact, I used to be coordinator for the whole district of all the nurses, and when I would hire nurses, I would look at their skills on being able to stay calm in situations. So even though inside you might be feeling like, oh my God,
I know.
The thing that's real important is you're the person that's really calm.
Yeah.
You take charge. You make sure everybody else stays calm in the situation, and you do what you need to do. If you have to be able to make decisions very quickly. So if you need to call 911, you need to do it very quickly. And I've had to do that, and I knew right away, and all I said was, call 911. I told somebody else to go get me gloves. I told somebody to get me wet paper towels. I had people going every which direction, and I just keyed in on the child and what was happening to that child and took care of her.
Okay.
So you stay calm. And then maybe you'll go home and cry, but you do it, and then you come back the next day and you start over. So, yeah.
And did you ever, were you ever, feel weird about blood, or do you get any?
No, I don't. I probably have reacted more. I've cut myself sometimes real bad, and I see my own blood, and I kind of go, ooh.
Yeah.
But, when you see it with someone else,
It's different?
It's different. You forget about how you may feel about it. because you know that there's a need there that you need to take care of. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And
actually, when you go through nursing school, you probably have the opportunity to go and
to,
watch surgeries and things
Really?
like that.
did you ever get the chance to?
Oh, yes.
You did?
Yeah, I saw open heart surgeries.
Oh, wow.
I saw brain aneurysms that,
Oh.
broke and bled all over the
Yeah.
place. So, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And you wouldn't like to work at a hospital? You don't like the environment, or like?
Bedside nursing,
Yeah.
did not appeal to me. Part of it, I think, I don't know. I just, I have very good assessment skills.
Yeah.
And in fact, before I came into school nursing, I did research with Alzheimer's and depression in the elderly.
Mm.
And so I worked with older geriatric patients, and I would have to do full assessments on them. And I loved my older patients also.
Yeah.
And I would do head-to-toe assessments. And the elderly can be very interesting because they usually have all kinds of things that are going to go wrong with them. So when I would be doing physicals, I found somebody having, a heart fibrillations.
Yeah.
I found aneurysms on a stomach that were pulsating,
Yeah.
from my exam, So it's very interesting. It's fascinating. Yeah.
Okay, so I take it that you don't regret choosing nursing?
Oh, no.
Switching from
No, I think nursing is the best thing in the world, because if I got bored with school nursing,
Yeah.
I could go find a job anywhere as a nurse,
Yeah.
doing many things. So
That's true.
you really could. I could do home health. I could work with, babies, children, adults. You could
Yeah.
work with cancer patients. You can work with almost anything in nursing. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome.
So much.
Yeah. So, well, if you go into nursing, good luck.
Yeah.